Look what you've gotten us into now.
Shut up in there!
So, this is what France has come to. Parasites bleeding the revolution dry.
Et bienvenue ici.
Some revolutionary justice this is.
In a hunt, like rats. You are greedy.
Far enough, sir.
You are
Don't make me angry.
the freedoms you've been given.
Back away! Back away, I said!
Stealing it from the mouths of babes. Justice must
Don't
be done.
push me! I love your head!
Free up the condemned.
It's ours by right, damn it!
Some revolutionary justice this is.
It'll all go to waste. Don't push me! I'll have your head! Get out! This is no place for you! Move! Move! Don't talk! Move!
come to help. The door? One of the guards has a key. Not shine. Not a problem.
Chaque instant.
Are you cowering away from my friendly intervention?
Maintenant, si vous venez me voler, ne bougez pas.
Could have sworn I was just behind him. Get over here! I'll finish you quick if you ask nice! Yeah, that's right! Idiots like you dying horribly is what keeps me entertained!
Just let us out. We won't tell anyone.
I'll get you down! There's no way out, mate! Aha, bastard!
Wait a minute! You can't hide, maggot!
Where are you?
A lot of you!
Patience! You're mine! You can't hide! Hi, calf! You're mine! Now for the fun!
What's this then?
I believe it's called a rescue.
Why?
Because being a thick-headed man-mountain while doing little enough for your long-term prospects is not actually a capital offense.
Huh?
Just stay back and let me go first.
Next!
Let's go.
Don't I know you, boy?
I doubt it.
No, I do. You're the town drunk.
Strap him in.
Oh, God, I suppose
Strap
I
him
am, aren't
in.
I?
You cannot go forward.
Is that... Is that... Shit! Fired? But why?
Because, Monsieur La Touche, your last report contained numerous errors.
Sir, I triple-checked those figures. They're not in error. 10,000 livres simply vanished from His Majesty's treasury.
I'm sorry, La Touche. Good day.
Monsieur La Touche, they tell me you are a taxman.
Yes, sir.
Good. I have need of someone like you.
It's parasitism, plain and simple.
What's that mean?
It means greedy bastards skimming for themselves instead of doing their jobs. If you knew half the shit our bosses rats here.
Tell me about this boss of yours.
Very well. May the Father of Understanding guide you.
May the Father of Understanding guide us. What would you have me do, Grandmaster?
I'm placing your services at the disposal of our agent on the convention.
The Beltier?
Now, Peltier has his uses, but he's not our only friend in government. Monsieur La Touche, I present to you Monsieur Maximilien de Robespierre.
Monsieur, I understand Versailles is overrun with parasites.
Now, in other videos that I did about Assassin's Creed Unity, I've said that the only thing that they got right was the murder mystery side quests, because they were interesting, they were kind of out of the box, so it broke up the usual boredom of literally the entire everything else in the game. But I was actually wrong on that one. I forgot about this set piece. And no, I don't mean the set piece in and of itself, I mean Aloys la Touche. Aloys la Touche has actually been a recurring antagonist in Assassin's Creed Unity. He's been a bit player in a couple of the other assassination target schemes. For all the shit that I've been giving Unity in this series of videos, I haven't given credit to Unity for Aloys, because Aloys is one of my favorite characters. He has an absolutely dead drop brilliant design. It is inspired. It's the perfect combination of, you know, your weaselly sub-villain who can't do much by himself, but he's interesting enough, and that downtrodden look of being associated with Roy Datoon, you know, this really weird mismatch of leather coat, a bunch of vests, his broken glasses, for one. It's the iconic thing about him, the broken glasses. And that feather on his ridiculous giant hat. Like, this guy is a brilliant character. He could NPC for anything. He's down on his luck. He works behind the scenes and with the lower classes. He's got so much potential in anything that he can do. Also, his voice actor is great for the character. It isn't super, like, standout awesome, but it works perfectly for what they tried to do with Aloys la Touche. And his backstory, it makes him the most interesting assassination target, because it turns himself into a character rather than having much to do with the actual scheme of Germain trying to overthrow the French government. He doesn't have much going on with it, but he's been in the game so many times that getting this backstory now kind of helps us retroactively explain why he was there and why he was important. Also, why he got involved with the Templars in the first place. And what I like most about his backstory is that he truly becomes a downtrodden character. He doesn't become an asshole, he becomes very relatable, because the reason that he became who he is today was because he got fired from his job because someone in the royal line of the treasury was actually skimming payments. Aloys got blamed for those skims because he couldn't make the figures add up. He got fired from being a royal accountant and after some off-screen further lapses in his life, he basically became the right hand to Roy de Toon, the king of the rats. And also he looks like that, so you can kind of tell that he's poor. And now, since Assassin's Creed Unity is definitely in the end game, we are definitely going into cleanup mode, which means that Arno has to kill Aloys la Touche because he's one of the only Templars left standing. There's literally no good reason why he's killing Aloys la Touche. At the moment, Aloy is conducting some, hanging executions, but those have been happening so frequently in these days of the French Revolution that it's not actually a standout moment for Aloys la Touche. He's not being evil, these would have happened regardless of anything. So Arno has literally no reason to kill Aloys la Touche other than him being a Templar. He's not even a threat. Like, Aloys la Touche as a character is one of those characters that needs a different character to stand next to in order to actually become powerful, because he's not powerful by himself. He's sniveling, he's weaselly, he doesn't really stand out, he doesn't have much to stand on his own 2 feet. So, even in this moment when he's conducting the executions, it's kind of a hollow posting because he doesn't even look like he's running things very well just by the fact that he was told by somebody to do it. He has the authority too. He doesn't have the authority by himself. He needs someone else to say he has the authority to do these things. And also, Aloys la Touche's assassination is pretty bad. It's not Roy de Toon bad, but it's pretty off. And you can tell from the video itself, I had a lot of problems trying to get the optional objective done so that I could actually get this assassination over with. I ran into a ton of combat because the optional objectives are tightly guarded. And these guards are so close together that if you try to eliminate one to break up the guard patrol to actually get into the objective, the other ones are going to find the body and or see you kill him, and then you're going to instantly be going to be found out. You have to kill all the guards, and in this big city square type place, that means a lot of guards and a lot of snipers. Plus, the other thing is that the optional objective actually requires you to hold a button, which means that if you haven't done it perfectly or distracted everybody around you, then the 5-7 seconds that you need to hold to actually complete the optional objective will get you caught out and basically put you into the same shoes that I was. Because again, this is an assassination target, so the entire arena is a restricted area, which means that, again, the stealth is bullshit, and from the video footage that you just saw, of course it was bullshit. Like, look at what was around me. Even with this area having one of the biggest, hugest crowds of any other assassination target, I was still constantly running into problems. And honestly, the faking your own execution and getting in with the jailed criminals was one of the best ways to kill Aloys la Touche because he never saw it coming, even though Arno Dorian is dressed straight up like an assassin while he walks up to Aloys la Touche and then stabs him in the face. That's when we learn his backstory, and that's when we can finally put this entire order to bed and get focusing on killing the ultimate bad guy, Germain. I can't imagine that Arno has a good idea to actually do that, but, that's why he has Elise, the actual brain of the operation. He's a bumbling idiot who just kinda accidents himself into doing all the right things and killing all the right people. Leave him by himself, and I'm sure he'll find a way to cut off his own leg in a locked room by himself. I will miss you, Aloys la Touche. You were the one thing that could have at least broken up the absolute torment that was playing Assassin's Creed Unity.